So it's relatively early on a Saturday morning in late June, and you join me on one of my early morning rides. I try and get out first thing on a Saturday morning before the family get up and about, and all of the activities that the day hold commence. On this ride I thought I'd take the opportunity to tell you, well, to give you a tour of my bike in a very YouTubey sense. Let you know what road bike setup I've got. I'm rocking in 2019. It has to be said, it's very similar to the road bike setup I was rocking in 2013, but hey ho. So my bike is a Trek Domane 4.3. I bought it in 2013. It's a full carbon frame endurance style bike. So it's a bike frame that's set up with longer rides in mind, and also for the slightly less flexible sporty rider rather than your out and out racer. I mean, one of the key features is the fact it's got this ISO-speed decoupler at the point at which the seat tube joins the top tube, which I understand means that the length of the seat tube is effectively, well, made longer, therefore it can flex more and therefore gives a more comfortable ride. I do not have lots of experience with riding on different sorts of bike frames, but it's certainly more comfortable than my other road bike, which is a Dawes alloy framed animal. I suppose there must be something in what Trek's talking about. Bike's got Shimano 105 drivetrain. For periods over the last 2 or 3 years I've gone with updating to or upgrading rather to Ultegra components. One of the key upgrades which I've kept is an Ultegra cassette. This means that there's I think a 32 top cog, so my very lowest gear is a more comfortable climbing gear. I've also from time to time had on board an Ultegra front derailleur, but the last time I managed to bust that, I elected to revert back to the 105 front derailleur. To be honest, short of buying a new super duper bike, I'm very happy with 105, so I'm not sure that I'll necessarily re-embark upon upgrading back to Ultegra. I think it probably suits the quality of the frame, the wheels, and arguably the standard of my riding. The pedals, which you can't really see whilst I'm riding because they're underneath my feet, are Speedplay. The precise model escapes me, but I will flash it up on screen. The reason they were recommended to me by the bike fitter was because they've got the largest amount of float of any of the main pedal brands, and I was at the time having significant issues with my right knee, and it was felt, in addition to the bike fit that I got at the time, it might benefit me to have more float. And I must admit, as soon as the pedals were changed and I was on this new bike, the issues were largely solved, to the point where I bought another set and moved my older set onto the Dawes bike, and to the extent I was having issues riding that bike, that appears to have been largely solved as well. Going back to the drivetrain, the bike is also sporting a gold chain made by KMC. Like a mug, I spent the extra pounds to purchase the super light model. I can't remember the precise model number or name, but I will flash that up on screen as well in case you're interested. I actually think it looks quite smart, but I think otherwise my taste is somewhat questionable, so your mileage may vary, as they say. Oh no, total gridlock. Hi. of wheels, but I don't have the stock wheels from the bike. Instead, I am currently using a pair of the Campagnola Zonda C17 wheels, which I found to be extremely robust, stood up to the potholes and the general rough surfaces of riding on these Derbyshire farm roads. Tyres are Continental GP 4002 S's, maybe. Hopefully, if I've done my job right, I will be now showing you an image of them where it will be pretty plain to see what the model number of the tyres is. And I found the Continental GP 4000 whatevers to be a very robust tyre. Don't have many punctures, though not interestingly, I did in fact have to change my tyre this morning before coming out on this ride. A puncture every year, which seems to be what they're running at, is a reasonable level of performance for an everyday road tyre. Now turning to the cockpit, as they say, two bits of non-standard frame element are in fact the handlebars and the stem. Now when the fitter sized me up for a new bike back in 2013, there were in fact two sizes of the Trek Domane that he felt would suit me. I ended up going for the larger one, which is the 58 sized frame, which to be honest is my biggest regret with this bike. Not because of the performance in any way, but simply because it does rather look like quite a big bike on me. It does rather look like I'm riding my dad's bike, which is clearly not ideal to a fully grown man. When I then brought the bike back for the proper fitting, he got it on the rig and determined that in fact I needed a new shorter reach set of handlebars and a new shorter stem as well, which again makes me think perhaps I should have gone for the smaller bike frame. Here you can see them. They're both made by Dada. I don't know anything more than that. Sticking with this part of the bike, you can see there are a whole array of mounts. The GoPro mount here, I have the out front mount that comes as standard with the Wahoo Element bolt. This is a Garmin mount. The Brighton Rider 450, which I've been sent to try out. Now I've read reviews that say that this fits into a Garmin mount, but it doesn't look a great deal like well, I suppose it does look a bit like a Garmin mount, and it doesn't really fit into this one so well. But yes, and there is one final item that's attached to the bike that's worth mentioning. I do have a stages left only power meter. It's a bit difficult to see from this angle, but right down there, that's on the crank. You can see the strain gauge and whatever else they've got in terms of electrical fandangos to get it transmitting. And if we look here, maybe we can see that it is in fact transmitting my ridiculously low amounts of power. Hopefully you enjoyed this quick canter around my road bike setup 2019. Very similar to 2018, 17, 16, 15, 14 and 13. I'd be interested to know what bike you ride and what you use it for, so please do let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. It helps other people find the channel. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I've been Monty, you've been watching Sportive Cyclist, the Mammal channel. I'll see you in the next video. Setup that I have set up my bike, I find very flexible. You don't want a flexible bike.